The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all with the Miami Dolphins. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And we are underway from Cincinnati. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here we go.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. His first carry, he loses the football, and the Bengals grab it.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Throwing on second down. Dalton. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 26 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shrugs him off. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Looking to throw on second down. Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson gets in there for the sack. Third and long here for Rosen. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Erickson now to return. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Dalton, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that'll wind up in. Complete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. So they are going for it. Now Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Harris. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On 1st down, Drake. He hops over him.
That's why you stretch.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Wilson's got it complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. Caught by Wilson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, Drake. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. 4th down, here's Rosen. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question. The decision to pass up the 3 there.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Christian Wilkins. Able to drop him for a loss of a couple. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it 2nd down and 12. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. So Dalton now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
50 seconds, come on. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Stay at home, stay at home. Stay at home, stay at home. 50 seconds. 50 seconds.
Now Rosen on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Christian Wilkins. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Dalton. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
57's a mic. Watch the run.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rosen looking to throw. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's Rosen. And a completion to Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Caught, it's Wilson. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Rosen to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. But now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
57's a mic. 57's a mic.
3rd and goal. Rosen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
I'm coming. Check 3. Check 3.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Play action here with Dalton. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton, they'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Kevin Huber now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Get right here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Got his man, it's Eifert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Fights through, and now a crease. And now look at him go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 62 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Miami Dolphins are into the end zone. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Rosen will throw, and he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll make it second down. Throwing, Dalton. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Dalton here from the gun. Finding Green complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And Dalton to throw. And Eifert has it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 67 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. On 3rd and 1, Rosen. Now he's forced out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. It's complete to Grant. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now Rosen. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Well, remember back to the first half when they went for it on 4th, didn't get it, and you said file that play away for later? I think this is the time to bring that up.
Yeah, we did say circle it. Let's see how it would play out, because if they kick the 3 there, if they kick that field goal, this would be a one-score game now.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Rosen. Wilson's got it complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. Rosen to the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air, as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Cut. 57.
Hey, Echo.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
He's crashing.
Mixon with a first down carry. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
I'm trying to collect. Hey. We got something.
From midfield here, Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Dalton. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Taco Charlton in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Back to throw. Past the 20. And a completion to Wilson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 39 yards there, a big one. They'll look to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Grant. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Rosen. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
57's the mic. Watch the
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. And this is Parker, complete.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Rosen. And he hits Drake. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And it's caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
318. Watch, here we go. 368.
It's do or die for Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of...
And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker, too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And now we've got a man a little jumpy here, maybe trying to block the extra point. Of course, the game can't end with a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack.
So now you get an untimed play, which should be the last one unless it happens again and there's another defensive penalty.
back to throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Come on now, let's go.
Hands up, lead.
Check Mike 54.
Hey.
Down to lose 1.
Hands up.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Call it officially. A loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Yo.
We're good.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Slam.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4-for-4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
Under crunch. Check.
On 3rd down, Dalton. And able to find Green. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice. 93, 52, 97.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Golf will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. A shotgun snap for Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there at a 1st down for L.A. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Out of the gun, Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards on the draw. Goff gives to Gurley. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Of course, with Gurley, the Rams, they have been content to monitor that workload in the early part of the season, mostly keeping him around the 14 to 16 carry mark. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Switch up, switch up.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
52, 93, 44.
And now to the air. Dalton. His throw incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
They'll roll, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Samson Ebukam with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Andy Dalton now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. To try again after the sack. Dalton. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing, Dalton. Finding Green complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Your trip is here.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final act of the first half. Dalton. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone set.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins got home that time. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He's going to air it out deep for Wood. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 12, Goff. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get to the
get rid of Drake Kirkpatrick, man. Nigga's a bum.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 46-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They are going for it. Goff. This is close. It's close. Touchdown.
What is with this Bengals defense, man?
52 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead.
This might have to be a team I got to retire because this Bengals defense is not the same team from the beginning of the year. You know, they is 0-6, so it makes sense. They have no awareness.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. They'll kick it away.
That's fielded in the end zone.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening run touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 line as we come up on 1st and 10. He's taken down. Samson Abuka picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And despite the score, I think they've got a likely there. They're on the road in just one big play away from being right back in this game.
Because the spot they're in now,
He missed the block. My God.
they've kept committed by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being beat like that.
The question is, can this offense step up and make that? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Escape into pressure right. Now they'll let it go deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this would make perfect sense to me. He's getting the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Now Nelson.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Man, they're going to go on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they're going to get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
To think that in this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
1st down, Los Angeles there to pick up the 14 yards. Gurley again here. 1st down. He's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Raiders out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker Preston down there to knock that one away. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football. And you're holding your breath wondering where it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And no, it's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Now, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
How did you drop that?
Through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. He's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Let's go. Got his man on Typhon. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of the 1st as he's tackled at the 47. And he'll have him, but it'll still need you 4th down. Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he hit and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession and turnover on downs. So good field position for the Rams as they come out 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. There's Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down LA. From the red zone now, Goff. And their finest target, Woods, it's complete. And brought down before they get inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. And moving a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now, backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown. It's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you talk to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
I know Father Rick talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
You know, every now and then I actually listened to history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. Can you fit that in?
You know, I just grabbed a nugget, man, I can.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down. Turned it over, gave a great field position. Turned it 6 points up. They've got to recover their charges.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down. The call's going to be a bit, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for me. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain. So now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now the scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by John.